Fantastic. Who's up next?
Please welcome, it's Jack Hester.
Jack Hester!
How we doing, guys? So the Spice Girls are back. Any Spice Girls fans in? What's your favourite Spice Girls song? Too much pressure. Too much pressure. All right. My favourite song is When Two Becomes One, which of course everybody knows is about the reunification of Ireland. When two, Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland become one Ireland, you know. No one ever gives the Spice Girls credit for their political insight and the Irish Republican overtures of all their songs. I'll tell you what I really, really want. Do you know what those girls want? A united Ireland. That's what they want, right? I was in Ireland this weekend though, right, and I was at a train station and someone put the timetable up on a set of automatic doors. So when people walked up to read it, right, the door opened and the timetable moved away from them, right? Now, if I saw that in any other country in the world, I would know that that was staff incompetence, right? But in Ireland, that's just someone having the crack. You know, and no one got upset. Everyone just sat down to watch the next person. But have you ever heard this thing in Japan, right? They have a word that literally means overwork sudden death syndrome. There's people in Japan that work so hard, they push themselves so much that they just drop dead suddenly, right? I tell you something for nothing. It would never happen in Ireland. If a member of your family died from overwork sudden death syndrome, you'd have to move area out of fucking embarrassment. Right? I was talking to a woman at work today though, right, and she's telling me she's watching Britain's Worst Killers. So I said to her, what was it about? And she goes, it was about a nurse that killed babies, right? So I said to her, how many babies did she kill? And she goes, she killed 8, but a few of them survived. So I was like, I don't think it works like that, right? But it would explain why she was on Britain's Worst Killers. I wrote that fucking joke myself. But I recently got mugged, right? I was down on Brighton Beach and I got mugged. 2 guys held me down, right? And they took my wallet, my phone, my cigarettes and my lighter, right? So I said to one of the guys, I was like, listen man, I'm going to be traumatised after this. Will you leave me a cigarette, right? And he's like, fair enough, right? And then he goes, I tell you what, I'm going to keep your lighter, but you can have my matches, right? So I was like, thank you, right? And then he looked at my wallet and he goes, you got £40 here. I'll tell you what, I'm going to take your money and your phone, but you can have your wallet and your cards, right? So I was like, fucking hell, man, that is decent. You know, people always give out about getting mugged. Wasn't too fucking bad, right? I didn't even smoke the cigarette because I wasn't traumatised, right? But have we got any other smokers in? Anyone smoke? How many do you smoke a day? 20. About 20. You are fucked, right? But you might get lucky, right? My granddad used to smoke 40 cigarettes a day, right? And we all thought he was going to get lung cancer, right? And then he got Alzheimer's. He forgot he smoked. Alzheimer's literally added 10 forgettable years onto his life. But I recently had a health scare. I woke up one morning, right, and I weed blood, right? I don't know if any of the lads have ever weed blood. I tell you, it's a fucking experience, right? It feels like a normal wee. If anything, it felt a bit nicer. And I went to the doctor, right, and the doctor's like, I want to put a camera down your willy. And I was like, well, you can fuck right off, right? And he's like, relax, the camera's really small. It's about the size of a pencil. And he put it down there, right, and the whole time I just kept thinking, pencils are fucking massive. Right? He then wanted to put his finger up my bum and I was like, hang on here now. Is this going to hurt? And he was like, no, but it might be uncomfortable. Now, I'll be honest with you. It was quite pleasant.
Thank you!
Jack Hester.